Inakuwaje watu wangu wa nguvu, mimi naitwa presenter Ali, your entertainment PA, and by the way the A is always for amazing. Siku zote natia bidii kuhakikisha kwamba nakuletea stories tofauti, and of course today I'm with one CEO and founder of Amazing Motorcycle Tours, and nimekuja kupiga nice stories hapa tofauti so that you guys can get to know about him and as well get to know about what he does. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. So first of all, maybe you can just introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, my name is Akili Terry, and I always get told my name means brain. So I have a Swahili name. Yes.
Nice to finally meet you, actually. And of course, you are the founder of Amazing Motorcycle Adventures or Tours. Tell us a little bit about it and maybe how you came up, with the idea.
Definitely. So AMT Motorcycle Adventures Mombasa Ltd was created in Kenya. We have both guided and self-guided tours for tours and locals. We actually partner with Kibo, which is our proud client, so that we use their brand to make sure we have our clients have the best experience. Currently, we have in stock the Kibo 160R and the Kibo K250.
Maybe we can just go a little bit, and get a good background of yourself. Okay. Because when someone is watching you and they're like, this is not a Kenyan accent, tell us where you're from.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm actually from California, so I'm from Berkeley, so B-Town. I'm from the Bay Area, so if anybody know the Bay Area, I'm representing the Bay. Yeah. So I grew up in Emeryville, Oakland, West Oakland, Marin County. I went to school at Marin Catholic. So I went to school with Jet Lucas' son. So that's George Lucas' son. Excuse me, Jet Lucas. So the guy who does the lightsabers. We went to the same school. I also played American football. So I played with Jared Goff. He was a quarterback for the Rams and is currently a quarterback for the Lions. So I had a really good experience over there. I went to college in Sacramento State University. I had my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Okay. I actually also got my HR management certificate. I'm a realtor agent. I have my insurance license. I'm a notary. I do CPR. And even I was able to use my CPR training and instruction because at the commercial center, I seen a person had a seizure. Okay. And so I was able to put him in a recovery position. I let him ride out the seizure for about...
That's in Kenya, right?
Here in Kenya.
Okay.
So I let him ride it out between 10 to 25 minutes. After he got, stable, I was able to set him up. I paid for his Uber to go to the actual the medicine center because it closed, I believe, at 7 o'clock. I told him, I said, hey, anytime you need your medicine, because it's 1,500 shillings, I said, always go to AMT and we'll pay for it. Wow. So I gave him our number. He has our communication. So I said, anytime he needs that, he can come to us. 1,500 shillings is nothing because at the end of the day, I want to see somebody not have that same experience because he fell pretty hard. So if it's 1,500 to make sure he gets his medication, we'll take that cost.
Wow. Amazing. Talking about, before talking about how you came about, founding AMT, I just want to know, did you have an experience with motorcycles at a young age?
Yeah, I actually did. I used to ride bicycles a lot. So, I was riding a bike. I used to go up big hills. So when I got into college, me and my friend, we had a kind of bet, say who can get their motorcycle license fastest. And I was 18. So I was the one who got it. And since 18 and to 28, that's how old I am now. So I've been riding for 10 years. And so far I had 6 different bikes. My very first bike was a Honda 250 from 1989. The second bike was a 2000 SV650. My third bike was a Gixxer 600. My fourth bike was a Kawasaki 600. My fifth bike was a Supermoto 450. So I was doing a lot of wheelies, so I was popping them up. So almost just like our bikes downstairs. And then my last bike, what I currently have, is a Honda ST 1300. Wow. So a big boy.
Wow. That whole bike experience, did it push you towards, coming up with this AMT?
Yes, definitely. So it was my very first time in Kenya and actually Africa in October 2022. And so when I came out here, I was trying to figure out how to invest in Kenya. I was planning to have a vacation, but I was trying to see how can I invest. So I was really ingrained into with the locals. So I wasn't living the regular tourist life. So I stayed in Airbnbs. I was at the different junction centers talking to locals, just really trying to get a good understanding of how Kenya works. And so that led me to my director. He is an avid motorcycle rider, and he has a lot of connections with the motorcycle community. After that, he said, hey, why don't you try motorcycles? And I was like, you know what? That's a very good idea because I love motorcycles too. And so after that, I left back to America in November. I set up my business through East African Business Consultings, and I use Rienye Group's company and advocates, I believe, as my lawyer, so he can set up everything. So I'm legally compliant with Kenya, because I always want to make sure we're always compliant and make sure we're following the laws. And after that, we set up our shop in November 2022. The 22nd. So it only took me a month to actually create this company. And so, yeah.
How easy was it probably to penetrate the Kenyan market?
It was actually pretty easy. The reason why, because when I came in October, I didn't live that kind of tourist lifestyle. I was really inside and ingrained with the community. And so a lot of our customers come from referrals. We do 5% referrals for every customer that you bring in. Our highest referral was 8,000 shillings because they referred three people from Germany, and they rented the bikes for 14 days. And so we try to get the referral right then and there. So if we're able to give it to you the same day, if not, we just wait till our payment goes through with the client, and then we'll give it to you between 1 to 3 days.
Okay. What makes AMT, tours experience unique from the other tours?
I think AMT makes this tour very unique because we provide a high standard of business excellence and service. We would like to be loved by the community first, but what also is cool is that we have these cool equipment. So right here, you can see we have our GoPro Hero 5. I brought a few of those over from America so our customers can be able to experience this. So the only thing you have to do is press this button on top. It's recording at 4K or 1080p. Okay. Then we have our centers. This center right here, you can have a three-way communication with a four-way communication with 4 different bikers while you're on your ride, and you can also listen to music. We also have Uclear amp. It's another brand, and those kind of only pair with themselves. But we're also going to be offering cool and sick-looking helmets so that people just have a good experience. And we have the Kibo brand that we're with, and so they're a premium bike in Kenya. They're made in Kenya, so it's like I'm really just trying to just keep everything in-house. We also plan to do KTM because KTM out of all the other different companies are actually in Kenya, so they have their shop in Mombasa and Nairobi. So hopefully as we start making more money, we can actually get more bikes and have better experiences for our customers.
Wow. So what is actually one thing I'd really love to know is what is the procedure towards coming into the office and getting to hire a bicycle, and also what are the requirements?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty simple and easy process. Only thing a person needs to do is have their Kenyan driver's license that allows them to ride a motorcycle. If you're a tourist, only thing you need is your passport and then your international driver's license. Then we have a handover certificate. We make sure we check the bike is fine. You check the bike as well. If everything is good, we ask for a deposit for the bike before you take it. And when you come back and if everything is good, we return the deposit back to you. And we also have a agreement contract that you sign, but you can be out there between, I'll say, 5 to 10 minutes tops. If you check out our Google reviews in Mombasa, you'll see our customers rave about how quick and efficient our process is.
Wow. And one of the things that I've actually noticed that you are always mentioning, in the conversation is community. You seem to love the community so much. Is there something you do for them, like a CSR project?
Yes, definitely. So I love community. I like to help out a lot of people. When I came out here, I actually helped out with the family. So this is before I even had a business. I paid their rent, made sure one of their childs got to go to school. I went to Wasini Island. I brought a whole bunch of books and school supplies for the children that was in Wasini Island. But currently what AMT Motorcycle Adventures is doing, we just had a game show in Mombasa. So hopefully the game show can happen every last Sunday of the month. But what we did was offer a 10K scholarship, and that scholarship goes directly to the school. But during the games, we also offer 100 shillings for different winners. So we had a game where it consists of 3 different holes. We have a small soccer ball. If they're able to get in one hole, they get 100 shillings. Then we had a match where they bounce the ball on their head. If you do it 3 times for a child, you get 100 shillings. If you do it 4 times, you get, as an adult, you get 100 shillings. We also did one-on-ones. That's actually the most coolest event. A lot of people got really competitive. We had one champion. He just kept winning and winning and winning. And so it was a real cool event. So we were able to also give back to the community if they weren't able to win a scholarship, because you have to put it into a raffle, and then we call it at the very end of the event. But we are also able to support the community by allowing them to participate in the games to win 100 shillings each. Hopefully in the future, we plan to have school drives, so we're going to be giving school supplies to the children in Banbury, Mutwapa, Diani, if we can get out there. And also, we plan to do the same in Nairobi. Hopefully go to the Kapira slums to make sure we promote, education, and also give people opportunities to a better standard of living.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. But then, for anyone watching these, one of the major questions they would be having would be, what about the pricing? Is it fair? Is it too high? Is it too low? Tell us about it. Is it competitive?
Definitely. Yeah, we actually have competitive prices because our prices are lower than actually our competitors in the market. Currently, we have our pricings for the Kibo 250 at 38 USD or 4,500 Kenyan shillings, and then for our 160, we have it at 30 USD and 3,500 Kenyan shillings. Yes.
Okay, I think hizo bei ziko sawa tu wangu nguvu. So if you really wanna go out there to adventure and you need a bike, AMT is the place to be. I mean, where are your offices also?
Yes, our offices are in our head office is in Mombasa. It's in the PJ Plaza along Links Road in the alley. And our second location is actually here in Nairobi in Westland at the Park Muir building along Sports Road.
Okay, amazing sana. Niteka details zao and contacts zao on your screen, so if you guys need any of their services, you can just call them. I'm also gonna pin it on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video. Probably before we finish, what would be your last remarks?
My last remarks is I really want this company to be loved by the community first. I really want to give back to the community. I want other people to be able to give back as well. Hopefully I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe page, so personal money to give these scholarships and give these prizes. But hopefully as we start making more money, we can be able to provide more scholarships. And also too, if you're a company you want to support, we're also taking donations, and we'll put it specifically towards that cause. And hopefully we have our YouTube channel, which actually shows us actually doing the work, because I know that sometimes there may be concerns with where is the money going, but I want to show you specifically where the money is going. So I try to take vlogs of the process on how we're doing it.
Thank you so much. I'm also gonna pin the link to the YouTube channel on the comment section. Guys, go show some love, go show some support, and subscribe to their channel, and of course tell them that presenter Ali sent you. Thank you very much once more. It was nice seeing you, and thank you so much for coming to my show. Presenter Ali hapa, behind the camera ni mwanangu nguvu, anaitwa Director Joe. Siku zote ukitaka kufanikiwa usipende kusifiwa. We'll see you guys in the next video.